guys, Lonnie95 here. We're back with another video. Today we will be talking about my newest project that I have. I guess I just show you guys, but it is a 94 Honda Civic EG. Doing a lot of things with this one. Well, I'm doing pretty much the same thing I did with the Celic on this one, but pretty much I bought this car about a month ago or so, and I figured this is gonna be like my new little race car budget kind of deal, you know, just pretty much a car that I can have fun with, you know, and not worry about destroying it and whatnot. As you guys know, my Celica is my first car, and it's my pride and joy. It actually was my grandfather's car. He bought this car brand new, so I guess technically I'm a first owner-ish, not really. But yeah, this was my grandpa's car. He bought this car brand new. He was the first owner. He's still with us, you know. He's a little sick right now, but you know, we're praying for him. But yeah, this car, I wanted to make it, you know, race car. But after thinking about it, I feel like this car just has way too much sentimental value to me to be, you know, gutting it and cutting stuff and just doing all that. I don't want to say nonsense, but you know, all that extra stuff, that irreversible stuff. I don't like things that aren't irreversible. Even with, you know, this Civic, probably, you know, I'm not really into cutting a car to where it's like unusable after you're done with it. So I mean, this car, like I said, has a lot of sentimental value to me. So I want to keep it relatively stock, full interior, you know, radio, all that good stuff. I already, you know, did the motor swap on it and whatnot, but that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing. After I swap it again, it's probably just going to stay like that, and I'm going to do like little things to it just to make it look a little better, you know. Again, nothing irreversible, but yeah. But this Civic here I got for $300 about a month ago. I bought it in Palm Bay. Yeah, I paid $300. It came with it was automatic. Had the D16 Z6 in it, VTEC. The transmission was gone. So the lady that I bought it from actually had the car sitting in her yard for about a year, you know, not doing anything because the transmission had gone on it, and I guess she didn't want to replace the transmission or whatnot. So I saw this as the perfect opportunity actually to, you know, get a build that I can have fun with, you know what I mean? So like I said, D16 Z6 with automatic transmission. The car didn't run at first. She said it ran, but you know, car after sitting for a little bit, I guess, you know, shit happens. But anyways, I figured out, you know, the fuel pump was actually bad. Changed that, got the car to run. The car ran pretty good. I didn't try to drive it because, you know, she already told me the transmission stopped working, so I wasn't even worried about that. But I just wanted to see it run so I could record it and get the motor sold. I actually sold the engine for the same amount that I bought the car for. So that was a plus. I pretty much got a free shell. I already sold that. That's gone. The transmission is, I mean, this is pretty much trash. I don't know. I mean, it's a slipping transmission. I don't think anybody rebuilds these or anything. So I might just hold on to it and use it as like a core or something if I need a transmission for anything else. But yeah, there's that. But I am doing a LS swap. The plan with this was I wanted to do a B18 swap. I mean, not a B18, a B20 swap in this car with like a GSR transmission. Type R transmission would be nice, but those things are really expensive. And like I said, I want this car to be fun, you know, inexpensive, so on and so forth. So I planned on getting a B20, but I found this LS motor over here for a pretty good deal. I paid $300 for it. And it came out of a Integra, of course. Integra only had I checked the odometer on it too. The car was T-boned, so he pulled the motor out and transmission and whatnot. It was an automatic car. This motor only has 100 and I believe 20,000 if I remember correctly. But I checked the odometer on the car just to be sure, you know. But then again, that's not even to say that this was actually, you know, out of that car, or if this wasn't another motor, or if his gauge cluster was different. But I'll trust him. So 120,000 miles on this motor. I popped off the valve cover, you know, it looked pretty solid in there. I painted the valve cover, obviously. I still need to, I'm gonna clean it up a little more. I already cleaned it, you know, so it looks pretty clean, but you know, I still gotta do a little bit more. Just like in the bottom, there's some dirt and debris and stuff. Before I throw this in, I want to change the water pump. The timing belt actually doesn't look too bad, so I'm gonna just leave that on there. But the water pump is disgusting. I pulled that pipe out and it's just, it looks filthy in there. So I'm just gonna change that while I have the motor out here, and then paint, you know, like little odds and ends. Like I wanna paint this black, the bracket on the bottom, paint that black, you know, just make it look, just refresh it, you know, for the most part. But yeah, that was $300. Don't mind these trash coilovers, or coilover sleeves and stuff. I mean, that's pretty much trash. I mean, I'm running coilover sleeves right now, just, you know, for the time being, but get some real coilovers eventually. These are just some mounts that I had, or that I got from friends that, you know, had them laying around. I got those mounts for free, so I'm just gonna throw those in too. That's actually the fender off the car. The car was really, it wasn't rusty, so to speak, but it had a lot of body work done to it. Like somebody had gone through and, you know, put Bondo and sanded it and everything. You can kind of see, you know, I really, honestly, I just painted over it with some, or at least paint, just to make it look a little bit better. But yeah, they sanded it and they sanded the fenders and whatnot, but they never went back and primered the whole car or painted it at all. So the fenders were like, had a lot of surface rust on them. I just kind of went through and, like I said, same O'Reilly's spray paint, white spray paint, just like a little, I think it was a gloss spray. Actually, I think I have the, oh, it's this right here, paint primer. I'm not trying to, I don't really care for the car to be like super nice. I mean, obviously everybody wants their car nice, but this, like I said, is more of a budget build. So I, you know, painted it with that, did a couple coats of that, and then I got some 2K clear from a local paint shop and threw that on there. And it, I mean, it looks alright for, you know, somebody that's not a painter and did it with rattle can. It looks okay. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good in the video, but in person you can see it has like orange peel and stuff. But again, not worried about that stuff. But yeah, so I got that. And I also have this transmission, which is a LS transmission. I just picked that up about a week ago, I'd say. Yeah, LS transmission. I paid $350 for it. Got the T bracket, B series T bracket for it too, and the B series shift linkage for that. So I'm just gonna clean that up here, not today, because I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna clean that up too, and I'm probably just gonna, you know, clean them. I was planning on painting the engine and the transmission this you know, aluminum color, but I don't think I want to paint it. I think I'm just gonna clean it and then, you know, hit them with a wire wheel like on my little electric gun and just leave it like that. But I'll probably be doing that tomorrow or so. One of these days I'll be doing that and get those cleaned up. And then, I mean, after that, I just have my ECU. I have the chip and everything for it. I just need to go get it installed and get a base map on it. I already converted it, you know, or I already installed the clutch pedal with all the pedals and the manual brake pedal as well. It's just a little light. So I got those pedals all installed in there. Looking good. And there's one of the axles, B series axles I have, and the that's the D16 harness that I have there, which is the one I'm going to be using. I do plan on possibly putting a VTEC head on this motor, so I'm going to be using D16 harness since it already has the VTEC wire on there. I mean, I'm probably going to leave the interior relatively stock as well. Everything in there works for the most part, but what is it? Oh yeah, I have the LS harness over here that came with the motor that I'm not going to be using, so that's kind of just chilling until I sell it to somebody or whatever. I also was in the process of doing a mild wire tuck. I have all the headlights and corner lights. They usually run around, you know, the what's this, shock tower, and over here, and then so everything right there. I figured, you know, might as well try to clean it up. This side was really easy. All you had to do was pull it in through that side and then pop it out through this hole right here, and it's actually like the perfect length for the headlight and the corner light. And then, you know, you just gotta make a new ground for that there. And then these two connectors were for the washer reservoir, which I deleted. This one is for cruise control, and then that connector was for ABS, but I deleted the ABS system as well, which was over there. That thing was hideous, by the way. Like, this thing is a solid, I'd say it's at least about 20 pounds of worth of weight that I got, you know, that I got rid of from deleting that thing. But yeah, I'm in the process of doing, well, not in the process, but starting the process of doing the wire tuck on this side. I was debating if I should run this the same way I did the other side, pull it inside the car and then pull it out and then over the fender. And I also was gonna put the fuse box behind the glove box, but I think I'm gonna go a different route. I think I'm just gonna drill a hole right here and run the wires through there, and then leave the fuse box right here so you don't see the hole and whatnot, and then run the wires through here again. But this side, I am gonna have to extend the headlight and the corner light and the fan, the radiator fan. There's some AC stuff on there. I'm not using that currently. I do plan on putting AC back in this, but not right now. This is some wires that I got from the junkyard. This is the headlight and the corner light. I just cut this off the car in there so I can cut these. I cut this headlight one right here at the wire, and then I cut like a lot of wire off the other car because I didn't really want to use like the blue wire for all of them. I think it just, you know, kind of confused me or whoever else has this car in the future. I don't plan on getting rid of this car, but then again, I don't plan on getting rid of any of my cars, but this one I do plan on keeping for a while, as well as the Celica and my E46 is, it's a baby. But yeah, I do feel like I'll have this car for a while though, and run a few different setups in it. But yeah, so I got those. For the fan one, I don't mind running some like regular black wires for that, but I wanted those to stay, you know, color coded. That's why I did that. And then I got all this ABS stuff in the harness. I don't know if I don't want to cut it off because I don't want any of these wires touching and shorting out anything, so I might just leave them there. I mean, they're gonna be behind the fender anyways, so you're not gonna see it. So I might just leave those how they are. But yeah, I plan on having this car running here in a couple weeks or so. All I really need now is to get my ECU chipped and tuned, or base map, and then I need a clutch kit as well, flywheel, pressure plate, and clutch for this. And as soon as I get the clutch kit and the water pump and do the water pump on that and clean these up, I should be able to throw everything in the car and have it, you know, ready. But I have everything for it. I have cruise control here. This is just a bunch of stuff that I ripped off when I was taking out the single cam. I don't plan on running the air box or the condenser. Like I said, I do want AC. I do think I'm gonna put AC back in here eventually, but not right now. So most of the AC stuff is just gonna stay out over here for now. Might throw them up in the attic. Cruise control, I don't think I'm gonna run that. But all the stuff, like I said, that I took off, I'm gonna get a bin from like Walmart and throw it all in there, and you know, save it for if I ever do decide to put, you know, any of this stuff back on the car. I mean, this transmission, like I said, is trash. ABS is trash. Nobody wants that, and I don't even think it worked before, anyways. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the car. But oh, I guess I'll show you guys this little thing that I did here. This tire was going flat. Hold on, let me get my light. This tire was going flat. It had a nail in it, and I ghetto rigged the hell out of it. So I got this. See if I get the slider. So pretty much, what I did was I cut Fippage and a screw, and I just put some Fippage. I'm sorry, I worked at Toyota. That's what we all called it, but it's silicone, like valve cover silicone or oil pan silicone. I just put it on the screw, and I pulled the nail out, put the silicone on the screw, and then just screwed it in there. And before, this tire was holding there for like 2 days. I'm on day number 5 and it's still full, so that I call that a win. But this car, I just wanted the car to have air in the tires while it sat here. I didn't want it going flat. I have HOA, so you know, I don't want them complaining about anything. I mean, even though this car doesn't have an engine or anything in it, but I still want it to look like a car, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this. I do plan on doing this, or leaving this car all motor for a while, actually, because I still want it to be reliable, and I actually kind of want to daily it so I can start working on that a little bit more, you know? That car is expensive to work on. I mean, for me, I'm not rich, so it is like a 15-year-old BMW, but the parts are still for BMW, so it's still expensive. So I haven't done anything to that because it's my daily and I don't need it leaving me stranded on the side of the road. But this, I do plan on leaving it all motor. I want to put a bottle in it and daily it for the most part, which is why I also said I want to keep the AC stuff just in case. But yeah, this car, I do plan on having it as like the race car, but I think I'm going to daily it off, you know, at first, so I can get that car situated. And this car, actually, I think I'm gonna do the motor in this one, or swap the motor in this one before I start doing stuff to that car. But yeah, once I get this running, I pretty sure I will be dailying it for the first little bit. All motor on a bottle, you know, probably get some bolt-ons for that motor eventually. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it with this car. I mean, I got some wheels for it the other day. One of my friends blessed me with these. I have the other two in my trunk. They don't have the tires are trash and they're not holding there, so I got to go get those tires replaced. I don't think I'm going to be running it stretch like this. I wanted more of a track setup, but then again, these aren't the wheels that I originally wanted. I wanted to get some slips, the 5-spoke Star Wheels. They're the Slipstreams. I think they're replicas of Regamasters. But yeah, I want to get slips because I mean, I really don't care about reps and real wheels and stuff. I mean, I don't have infinite money to be blowing on, you know, $2,000 wheels or $1,500 wheels. I got these wheels for $140, all 4 of them. You know, so I mean, again, most of my builds are gonna be budget builds, you know, because I do have kids, you know, girlfriend and house bills and stuff I need to pay for. But yeah, so, but it is possible to do this stuff on a budget, which is partially what I'm showing you guys. Because I mean, total, I have, okay, so the motor was $300. This transmission was $360, and I want to say like the pedals and all the manual swap stuff that I got in here already, I got that for free because my buddy has a bunch of EKs at his house in his backyard that are just shells that he isn't using anymore. So he let me grab a decent amount of stuff off the cars. So I got all that stuff for free. He just let me have it. He did me a solid. But like, so 300, 350, and then, I mean, the car was 300, but then I sold the motor out of 300. So kind of cancels that out. So you call it what you want it. But yeah, so I'm in the car. Let's add another 100. Let's say 750. I'm into the car right now. You know, add the 100 for miscellaneous stuff that I've gotten. You know, well, I guess we can count the wheels too. So I'm into the wheels. So that's 140, 750. That's 890, or no, yeah, 890. So $890 into this car so far. Clutch kit's probably, you guys might hate me for this, but I'm probably gonna use like a used setup, because I mean, I don't know, I'm not making that much power right now, so it's no big deal. So I'm probably just gonna get like somebody's old used clutch kit and, you know, throw it on here for like $100 or something like that and slap this together. But try to keep it under $1,000, see what we can do. But yeah, that's pretty much the update on this. I painted the bay, same colors as Celica, but this one's, it looks better because I just did it. And I also did put the 2K clear on this as well, and I didn't do that on the Celica. It does have some flake in it, but it only really shows when the sun's hitting it the right way. So that's that. But yeah, hopefully this car will be up and running here. You know, I don't want to give you guys really a deadline, but a week or so, you know, get this thing slapped together and running, and then I'll, you know, probably do a video on throwing the motor in and cleaning it and whatnot. But that's pretty much it for now. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know, help me out. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, I just started making videos again. I made a couple videos like when I was a kid, like in high school and stuff, you know, for fun. But I figured, you know, there's not really a lot of content on, well, there's a lot of content on Civics, but not really a lot of content on Celicas. So maybe I'll send you guys, or post up a lot more videos on that. I mean, right now the Civic is the focus, just because, you know, it's a lot cheaper. A motor for the Celica is $1,100, and a motor for this is $300, which is the reason for getting this car, just because it's just easier to get stuff. It's easier to find stuff, and it's cheaper. So it's like a win-win with this car. The only downside to this car is, you know, people like to steal them, especially like not where I live. I live in a decent neighborhood. Battery died. Sorry, but see you next one.